All right, and we are live here on the first episode of the Tides of Change, the Be Back trilogy on the Slacker Z channel, my channel. I'm your host, Chris, and I have four players here that are dying to get into this trilogy. Two of them are regular veterans of the Tides of Change, and we've got two newer players for the Tides of Change. And I'm going to give you all an opportunity to introduce yourselves and your characters prior to starting the game. And we'll do it in this order. We will have, from my screen, Tyler, then Sean, then Chris, and then Brian. So go ahead and begin.
Cool. My name's Tyler, and I'm excited to be with all you guys and be able to play. My character is a Zexto, four-armed creature. You can kind of see him there in the corner, a beast rider. Once living the life in his village and then destroyed, and now a nomad with his trusty companion, who looks like this. I can get a better picture of him later. And so they find themselves where we're about to begin this story together. So there we have it.
All right, and Sean?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm Sean. I run the channel of the GM's Dice. Chris plays over there, Brian plays over there, and I cannot wait to play tonight. Tonight I'm playing Devlin Connor, a human sentinel, Sheen expert, and he is essentially, aside from being one of the last remaining Jedi, he's the last of his people. His great-grandparents were sent into deep space to check on something and had some hyperdrive issues, and they had to make their way back to galactic space. It took about 200 years. They lived on the ship. He was born and raised there. The ship was destroyed when they made it back to the Empire's galactic space, and he's the last sole survivor. And he is here on the settlement at BBAC's invitation.
All right. Thanks, Sean. And now, Chris?
I'm Chris Lopez. I work with Aaron on Table Nights. I've played one other Tides of Change game. My character is a Zabrak named Melek Karom. He's a consular sage. He was taught by his master, who survived Order 66, to look at the informative areas of everything, and then taught him a little bit about how to defend himself with the Nemon technique. So he's also a Nemon disciple. I think I already said that. Basically, now that the Death Star has been exploded, my master, who never told me his name ever, he sent me on a mission to find out his name, and I'm under the assumption that that's all I'm going to do. I mean, that's basically it.
All right. Thanks, Chris. And now, last but certainly not least, Brian.
Hello, I'm Brian Catalano. I am playing let's say I have no channel because I'm channelless. But I am playing Dala Zoran, who is a human bodyguard who is on the run for the murder of a imperial officer, and with the help of a Hutt who she had worked for, helped her escape, and which is how she ends up on Tatooine at the settlement. And that's all I'll say about her for now. Oh well, I'll say one more thing. She's a little prickly and quick to temper. So that's it. All right.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Sure.
And So now we will begin with the traditional title crawl, which, as you watch the screen, it'll say Episode 1, Valley of Life. The Galactic Civil War rages on. Refugees and rebels in retreat are searching for a hideout. Bebak Ozito, a member of the Bothan band Fuzzy Fury, has used his fame and fortune to create a safe harbor for the displaced. But this tiny oasis on Tatooine faces an impending threat, the retribution of the Galactic Empire. As we begin, as the crawl goes away, we watch the camera scan down towards Tatooine, through the atmosphere, over some mountains, and we focus on a little settlement. It's a little oasis surrounded by several buildings, very small, mountains on all sides. There's a little tiny oasis with a few trees and a few buildings there. And we focus in on an administration building. All the players have been called to the administration building to meet with Bebak. And we join our characters sitting in the administration building waiting for Bebak to arrive. And I'm going to let you guys carry on a little conversation, kind of see where we go from there.
Dala doesn't like to sit very much, and she doesn't like to have her back to doors and things. So she's kind of going to stand up and, with her arms crossed, kind of go and stand against a wall and watch and look at her time device, and probably take her goggles and put them on, just because that's something she does. And she'll say, "How long do we have to wait?" She's not very patient, which is what she says out loud.
About the time that she's saying, how long do we have to wait, Devlin would come walking in the room finally, probably the last to arrive, and dressed in all black, cloak and all. He's got his hood pulled back, but he'd come walking in here, I don't like to wait, and hear her say you're late, and he'd just kind of look over at her, and anybody looking at him would see a young man who you'd guess probably about the age of 22, 23. And he just kind of shoots her this look of like I give a shit. And
do we know you're a Jedi?
More than likely, you've probably seen him in the compound practicing with his lightsaber.
Okay.
But he'd just kind of walk in and give her this look like I give a shit that I'm running a couple minutes late, and he'd just step in and take a seat, and he'd kind of look around at everybody, and not speaking to anybody in general, he'd say, "So does anyone know why we've been summoned here?"
And as just to quickly break in, as Devlin says that, you hear off in the distance, and go ahead and continue.
What did that sound like? That was like an explosion?
Yeah, an explosion, but it's off in the distance a little ways, so it's not like in the immediate area. It sounds like it's a little ways away, but I mean, it's just enough to hear it.
Is this common?
Yes, it is. Actually, you guys have been hearing this. It's for a few days now. I mean, it started off with just one kind of explosion a day, and then as the days progress, you'd hear 2 or 3, depending. So this is this has been common for a couple days now. So this is not probably surprising to you guys. I mean, you guys are probably wondering what's been going on, but I mean, it's been more common practice lately, or common.
Chris, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, did you say we're outside or inside the?
You guys are sitting in the administration building. You're basically sitting in in an office area. It's kind of a one-room office area. You know, you got kind of like a desk and some computers, and some chairs sitting around. It's nothing fancy. I mean, this is Tatooine, so and it's a newer settlement, so it's nothing really spectacular. Nothing like you'd see in Naboo or something, or Corellia or something like that. It's fairly a common kind of meeting place for the administration people that are in this settlement.
Typical Tatooine architecture, that kind of,
Yes.
you know, with sand. Looks like they're all made out of sand.
Sandstone.
All right.
Melek would be sitting, just staring at everybody, not saying anything at all.
At the sound of the explosion, Devlin would probably get up and start pacing, being a little antsy, not being used to explosions and such until just in the past month or so, when everybody he knew was killed. So it's probably would still make him a little jumpy. So he'd get up and pace around and kind of keep reaching down and tapping his hip.
Dala's going to go look. She's going to walk to the door and just kind of look out. See if you see anything. Kind of look out. No.
Dahlia looks out at the town, and it just seems normal, everyday business. Nothing.
In the sky?
And no, it's not. You can't see the explosion. You just hear it. Because there's mountains surrounding it. You know it's probably on the other side of the mountains.
Okay.
But, I mean, with the canyons and stuff, it kind of echoes, so it's a little muffled. Little echoey.
So Tidlin's going to be in the building, and he's going to be playing, kind of looking at one of his blasters and kind of enjoying its look, kind of cleaning it off and with his little rag. And hearing the explosion, he looks out the window at his Ruping. Vazi is the Ruping's name, to kind of sense what his companion is sensing in relation to the explosion, and just kind of look and kind of gaze and make sure Vazi doesn't seem panicked. So that's what Tilip will be doing.
Wouldn't we be rolling a cool check maybe or something for the explosions? Or you said we're used to it, right? Fairly.
Correct. Yeah, it's been going on for a couple days now, so it's not anything new to you guys right now.
Okay. Melek's just gonna pull out a field ration and just start chomping on it. Well, eating it calmly anyway.
All right. Well, after a few minutes of waiting, you see a female running into the office. Basically, she is kind of average height, short black hair, green eyes, kind of an athletic type build. She's wearing kind of like a gray, silverish jumpsuit, black boots. She comes running in. You know her because you guys been there for a while. Her name is Vital Buren. She is the chief of security for the settlement. So she comes running in, and she goes, I'm sorry, gentlemen. Bebek's tied up at the moment. He's being held up for a little bit. But we've got another issue going on here, and we need your help.
What seems to be the problem?
She looks at Melek and says, as you guys know, you've probably been hearing the explosions over the past couple of days off in the distance. We have a creature that's heading this way because of this oasis. It tends to attract many creatures from this area to come and drink. Well, this creature is a particularly dangerous for this settlement. And she holds out a little hollow imager, and she shows it. So I need you guys to roll a knowledge check, Outer Rim difficulty 3.
Oh, well.
So whatever, and all of you guys, to see if you guys can identify what this creature is.
That's the purple, right? Or the red?
Right, so 3 purple against your knowledge Outer Rim, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll because that's something Devlin would have no clue what it is. I mean, he has
Okay.
no bearings on what anything would look like here inside normal space.
Understandable. Yep.
Hey,
There's
Chris,
mine.
could I roll a genealogy check to identify the creature?
Yeah, you could. If it's higher than your outer rim, yeah. Okay, I should have. And Brian, if your xenology is higher than your outer rim, go ahead and re-roll that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's
I have one rank in that. So, what difficulty did you say? Sorry.
It's a 3.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, no
Success with the threat.
Okay.
threat and failure.
Okay. This is just kind of a knowledge check, so nothing really threatening.
very bad.
Tyler, you would know this as a crate dragon,
All right.
but it is not
Boy.
a huge crate dragon. This looks like a smaller version of crate dragon. It's not your normal size crate dragon that you have heard of. So this is not a full-grown one. It's a much smaller one.
Oh,
Wait.
then it can be a pet for one of you.
Oh.
That's what Dollar said.
Does Tulid say this to the group or?
No, this is well, he can say, go ahead,
All right,
role play it.
guys. I think I know what we're dealing with here. It seems to be the infamous crate dragon.
And do you know how big it is? If it's a full grown yet?
Well, according to this, it seems to be more of a younger crate dragon, not an elder or an adult size, but more of a younger. It's not full grown, luckily for us.
Indeed.
And Vital looks at Tilia after she says that and says that yes, that's what we have assumed. You know, we couldn't clearly identify our hunter who's been tracking it, and the explosions you hear have been him attempting to scare it away. To unfortunately no avail. It is still heading this way, and it is getting very close to the settlement.
Devlin would look at her and he'd interrupt her and he'd kind of, I'm sorry, but what is the significance of this crit dragon?
This
I just posted a picture.
This dragon is heading to this our settlement. Now, normally we let the banthas, any other of the smaller creatures come drink at the oasis, and usually they don't bother the citizens. But this one appears to be very aggressive, and we need to keep it from getting in the settlement. It could cause some major damage and hurt some people. I had sent our hunter, Rego Olin, to try to scare him away, try to maybe change his course, but to no avail. He will not change, or it will not change. It's still heading this way, and we need to stop it before it gets to town.
Him?
No, and Vital looks and says no. He's been just trying to scare it away. He doesn't. It's too big for one man to handle. So he's just been throwing frag grenades towards it to try to scare it away, and to no avail. It's still coming. And
Too big for one person to handle, that's when Devlin kind of starts to get it. He gets that look on his face of okay. All right. Like it's finally starting to fall into place for him.
Right. So I have come to ask you, because BBAC is detained or held up for the moment, if you guys could go stop this thing before it gets to town. We have nobody else here in town, and Rego is injured and in the infirmary right now, getting patched up.
Can we kill it?
Yes, she says.
Okay,
she
good.
says we don't want this coming into the settlement. It is very aggressive. It could hurt a lot of people, if not kill a bunch of people. And we need to stop it before it gets to the settlement.
Good. I go
Sounds
up to
thrilling.
him.
I'm in.
Good, she says to Tilid.
I go up to Devlin and smack him on the back. Come, let's go kill this thing. Get out your lightsaber. You're a Jedi. You're supposed to know how to do this. And she walks outside.
All right.
Come to my speeder. Come to my swoop bike. I'll give you a ride.
Malik's just gonna walk outside, following behind Dala.
Sean, you're muted.
Devlin would do the same thing, just shaking his head. He'd just follow her out.
All right. Awesome. So Vital will follow you guys out and points in the direction where Rego came from, which is approximately where you heard the explosions. And she says, the last sighting Rego spotted him was just on the other side of this ridge and approaching fast. So we need you guys to move as quickly as possible.
Is there any form of transportation you can lend us for this?
She says, sure. There are a couple, these speeder bikes, she points, there's a couple speeder bikes parked outside the administration building. She goes, you can go ahead and use these if you need to, or if you've got your own transportation, go ahead.
Much appreciated.
But, and she shakes her head and says, no problem.
He bows to her and heads over to a speeder.
I
All
shall
right.
go and get my swoop.
Yeah, Tillard's gonna run over to Vexy, pat him on the head, and saddle on in.
All right. So you guys start heading into the direction that she pointed to. As you're leaving the area, you start heading out. You pass by off to your, as you're running down the little pathway. You off to your left, you see the area where the where you guys have been staying for the last couple, however long you guys have been here. It's a little kind of inn type place with a little cantina, mini cantina in there. And off to your that's off to your left, and off to your right you see the oasis. As you guys continue forward, you pass the oasis in the tavern. You pass off to your right. You see a little shop that you're familiar with. A gentleman by the name, or Sulston by the name of Tiggy Drake. You're familiar with it. You've gone in there a couple times, picking up small supplies that you guys needed. You know, food, other kinds of supplies, whatever. And as you pass that, you pass the off to the left. You see this big, huge warehouse that you're familiar with. You've seen goods come in there from ships that have been offloaded. Come in there, and as you continue on, you start heading up the ridge.
I'm gonna go with a vigilance check to see if I can spot it. Or I'm sorry, perception.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay.
Who knew? Okay, it was. Let me look in the name. It was Tillid who knew about him, or knew about these creatures, right?
Correct.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if these things go underground? Will they do that? Could they be hiding under the sand?
I'm not sure if I quite know that, but
Can he roll and see if he knows?
Do a xenology check!
I don't think crate dragons do.
yeah.
Okay,
No, as far as I heard, they don't.
Yeah, they're above ground,
good.
so
They're-
you don't have to worry about it coming up from
This thing
underneath.
popping up underneath us. When it's
Good.
open.
All right.
Cool.
And
I did a perception.
yeah, I seen that. Let's see, Malik, you do not see him yet. You're still up on going up the ridge, so it's still not in view yet.
Oh, okay.
And as you crest the top of the ridge, you spot something down below. Movement. It's quite a distance still. I mean, it's close enough that it'll be there shortly, but from your distance, you are well. I mean, you're well past the extreme distance from it. So
Okay.
you can visually see it looks kind of like small relative to where you are, but you kind of could guesstimate that if you got closer, it'd look a lot bigger. So you're still quite a distance away.
All right.
I'm gonna punch it a bit more. I go faster.
Okay.
And I'm going to start going higher as we're flying in the air.
All right.
As they go faster, we'll go higher.
And Della?
I'm just going to follow along.
Okay. All right. So as you're approaching faster, you notice that this creature is getting bigger and bigger the closer you get.
How close do we want to get? I say on comlink. At the moment.
As soon as I get into the long range band, I'll say I'm starting my attack now, and I'm gonna use my influence to stress him out a bit. The Crate Dragon. See if I can inflict a strain on it.
Ooh.
Cool.
I just roll a force die with that, right?
I believe so.
I'm using a force power, so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it is a dark side point. I'm gonna go ahead and use it anyway.
All right.
Get some conflict up in here.
It really has no effect on the creature.
Hmm.
The creature is still approaching and is actually starting to close into you. It spots you guys and is continuing to head towards your direction and the direction of the settlement.
Uh-oh. All right.
And
Do we need
you guys,
to roll for initiative?
you're not quite there yet, but you're getting
Okay.
awfully close. So
Yeah.
All right. Could I, knowing that it spots us, could me and Vexy slide, speed up, kind of in front of it, not close enough where it can nip us, but close enough where it's pretty obvious we're there, and try and lure it to turn around to give them an advantage of an attack or kind of distract it from the other ones on the ground?
yeah, you could try.
I think you'd have to generate advantage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. And what you gonna roll on that?
I guess to do something like that, since I'm mounted on the creature, would it be a survival check to see if we can do it fast enough?
I think that might be coordination, actually.
Would it be coordination? Okay.
Because that's
Yeah.
Agility as well.
All right. So,
Agility.
all right. What's the difficulty on that?
I'm gonna say on this, it's gonna be a difficulty of 3.
Okay.
Or no, take that back. Difficulty of 2.
All right. All right. I failed with a triumph.
Triumph. It's still heading straight for the general the general direction of the settlement, which is in the direction of where the other 3 are still coming down. But you get to narrate your advantage, or your triumph on that, or you can save a boost dice for a later roll. How do you want to do this?
I think what I'm going to do is, knowing it's not working, I'm kind of feeling an edge and a thrill in this situation, knowing about what's going to happen. So save that for a boost die in the future.
All right.
Feeling the adrenaline rush.
Right on.
Once I'm gonna stop my speeder and actually get out.
Okay.
I'm just waiting. I'm gonna pull out my ancient sword.
All right.
Should we update Sean? Yeah. Should we,
Sean, did you catch all that?
No, I just got back. I was having to take care of my wife real quick.
Oh, okay, no problem. You guys have proceeded on. You have gone over the ridge. You spotted the crate dragon, and have gotten closer. You're not quite ready for to engage it yet. It's still not quite there, but it is heading right towards you, Daya, and Melik. Tilid tried to fly around and distract it, and it didn't work. But he's got a boost die off his phone. He got off that.
Okay.
So, and Melik has stopped his speeder and gotten ready to engage it.
All right. Am I on my own speeder, or am I riding with somebody?
Yeah. Vital offered you guys speeders, so
Okay.
I don't know if...
So yeah, I'd do the same as soon as I see Melik pull up and stop. I'd follow his lead. I'd pull up and pull the speeder bike up behind a boulder or something and park it out of the way, and kind of climb up onto the boulder to where I'm not quite at the top of it, but almost.
Okay.
And have my saber out, not ignited, but have the hilt out and ready.
Okay. Dala?
Dala will do the same if it's heading directly towards us. What she's gonna do is she's gonna pull up, but she's gonna stay on her bike and keep it going in case she might want to go around it or up above it or something, try and get over it and do some shooting that way.
All right. And then, so now, as you guys wait, the dragon has gotten closer and is within the extreme, the farthest. Let's see, what is that farthest range brand called? Brain fart right now.
Extreme?
It's extreme.
Yeah, extreme.
Yeah, it's now within extreme range, and we are gonna now roll for initiative.
Oh, I was gonna use my force power on extreme, not long range. I mean, I was gonna use my force power on long range, not extreme.
Okay.
I mean, if you still want to count it, I mean, it's fine. How do we roll the initiative thing again?
It's the percentage.
It's the you're cool.
Cool.
Just a regular straight cool.
Okay.
And that'd
No
be
difficulty or anything, right?
right. No difficulty. It's just a straight roll, and it's vigilance for the dragon, right? Like I said, I'm still kind of learning.
Yeah, it'd be vigilance for the dragon because he doesn't know it's coming.
Right. So that's a vigilance is a willpower check. So willpower green. Oh. All right.
So it seems the guy who can't do much combat goes first, huh?
Yeah, so it'd be see, successes dictate first, right, Sean?
Yeah.
And then advantage. Okay, so it would be player, or PC, PC, and then the dragon. So
Yes.
So all of us go before the dragon at least.
yes,
Good.
exactly.
Sweet.
All right, it's still an extreme, right?
Yes, so you have opportunity to get closer in range.
I'm gonna go for the long range
Okay.
and then use my force power again.
All right. And which force power is that again?
Influence. I'm trying to strain it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll do another one.
Ooh, yikes.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing a strain on it.
Okay.
I believe that should take up my action. I'm not sure.
I believe so. Because you already did your maneuver, and
Yeah.
the only thing you have left is any incidentals you'd need to do. But it starts to slow down a bit. It's starting to slow its cadence on it a bit. So you said you went to long range, so it's now gotten to it's still in long range for, or it's actually long range for everybody else except Melik. It's now within the medium range, the middle range, because you've moved up a little bit closer. So
Yeah.
and whoever wants to go next.
That's well, I believe that's Tyler, right?
Well, it's the way they do it here is you can decide. You get like you just decide PC or NPC.
Oh,
So that's why
okay. I didn't
you
know.
guys can switch and change it however you want. So it's
Okay, I didn't
whoever. Yeah, no problem.
Did you want to go, Tyler? I don't. Where I was.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'll go
I'm
next.
gonna take off on the bike and kind of swing down and do one of these, and as I pass by it,
Okay, and you're using your.
I'm using ranged. I guess it's ranged light with a heavy blaster pistol that I have. It's
Okay.
called the HH-50 heavy blaster pistol. And
Okay.
so should I roll my piloting planetary and my ranged light? Or should I just roll my ranged light and not worry about the writing?
We're gonna say let's see. Yeah, let's just go with the range light for now.
Okay. And my difficulty, if there is one.
Let's see. You moved from long to which distance? Let's see. That would be
Close enough to shoot with it's a short range of pistol. So I'd have to be at a close enough for to be in range.
It's short range, but you can shoot further. It's just each range band further adds a purple die.
Okay.
right. So that would be
So if you move into medium, you would be shooting at a difficulty of 3, and then any other black setbacks that you feel like adding.
Okay.
right. So we'll go with
That
but
sounds
which one?
good.
I was gonna say I believe that's how it works.
Right. I think it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, difficulty of 3.
Okay. Ooh. So stand ones.
All right. So what's your damage on that?
Damage is 7.
So that'd be
Crit is 3.
okay. So
7
that'd be
plus 1 success, that'd be 8.
8. Okay. All right. And so you hit it for 8.
Yes.
Your
I also
threat.
got a threat.
Right. And your threat is you have pissed it off. So now it is looking directly at you.
When I shoot it, and as I go by, I give it a ha ha ha.
Right on. So now it is.
Yeah, well, as he's shooting it, I want to try and use influence on it.
Why do these men think I
Wait,
am
you
a
have
man?
influence too?
Yeah.
You're all Jedi.
Yeah, but I thought that you'd get a different power. And it's funny because you also have a double-sided lightsaber. Is that true, or is that just the picture?
Yes, double-sided.
Oh my god, this guy is me.
That's
Right.
funny.
So
All of these
go ahead and
Jedi.
roll your force die.
All right. Well, I've got a force rating of 2, so
All right.
and I generate all blacks. I'm gonna take the conflict, and I'm gonna use them.
All right.
So just as it gets shot, I'm gonna try to influence it to think it's being attacked by something larger than it, so that it would turn and run,
All right. It
or possibly at least back off for a moment, quit its charge.
it's enough to stop it. It has kind of just stopped dead in its tracks. So it is now just sitting there, still looking at Dahlia, but it has stopped.
Oh man.
So now it is Tiliad's turn.
All right, so Tillid just witnessed this thing stop in its tracks, probably traveling at a decent speed for being a large creature. So he's going to immediately, him and his Ruping, they're going to stop in midair and kind of just fly there as they are, and knowing that mild animal behavior is being a beast handler, beast rider, doesn't want to piss it off again. So he's going to instead draw his blaster and aim, just in case it decides to flip out once again.
So you're not taking an action, you're just sitting kind of holding?
Yes, kind of holding and still have another boost die during my next turn. So.
All right. And now it is the dragon's turn. And the dragon is still sitting there, staring at Dahlia, teeth snarled, looking, but it is not moving. It is still stopped. And now we move to the top of the PCs. And whoever wants to go first.
I guess I'll go. So now it's in medium range, right? Or was it in short range right before?
It was in medium range from Brian, so it would be getting close to your short range.
So it's not short range yet.
Oh wait, no, because Brian moved up to medium. So yeah, it'd be medium to everybody.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead.
You pick up the data pad and you turn it on. And as you turn it on, you notice all this information about Valley of Life start popping up.
Oop.
Shipments that have come in. Things that you didn't know that existed in this place. Hidden areas of computers that weren't readily available, like known. What ships come in and out. That's kind of what you get a glance out of.
What happened?
No, that's what you get from it. It's kind of
Okay.
real quick glance at it.
Okay, so from what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pocket that really quick.
Okay.
Wait, where did BBAC go?
BBAC's in the administration building.
So a little bit farther away. Right?
That's where he said he was heading to. Yeah, it was where you guys were both time when you started before the Crate Dragon, and then when you came back, that's where you met him before you went over the cantina.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna pocket that, and then I'm gonna go straight to the warehouse.
Okay.
When I get there, what do I see? Or are you switching?
The warehouse, we're gonna switch and we're gonna go to Tylenol.
Okay.
So, Tilia, what are you gonna do?
All right. I'm gonna go in the room, or approach the room, and you said the door potentially could be open. Is it open or is it closed?
It is open. It's like BBAC said. She leaves her door open all the time.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I walk in and just kind of do an initial glance, and assuming it looks very similar to the one that Christopher just saw. correct?
Right. It's very similar. So, do you want to do a perception check?
Yes, I'll do a perception check, yeah.
With a difficulty of 3 also.
Alright. Alright. Success with
All right.
2 advantage.
Success. All right. You notice that her room looks pretty normal. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. Maybe her bed's a little messy. Like she just kind of got up and left it from when she got up. Some clothes sticking out of the dresser. But everything else looks like it's in order. Do you want to investigate any further?
Yeah, I'm gonna look in the dressers and just see if I find anything initially as I go through them.
Okay. You look through the dressers. Clothes. Clothes. Oh, and she does have bottom drawer a bottle of Haldanian whiskey that appears to be quote unquote borrowed from the bar.
Alright. He's going to take it and undo the top and kind of sniff it. And take a little swig. And put the cap back on and put it back. And are there any
Put it back in the
closets?
dresser then, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I'm going to put it back in the dresser, yeah.
No, there's no closets.
Alright.
It's kind of just basically like a room with a bed, kind of nice bed, 2 end tables, and then the dresser.
Perfect. I'm going to peek under the bed just in case. See if I find
Okay.
anything.
Dust.
Dust.
Maybe
All
a
right.
couple of pieces of clothing underneath, and that's about it. She kind of
All
leaves
right.
her place a little disheveled.
Well, I'm going to
Alright.
shrug and say to myself, looks like nothing's here, I guess. And
Okay.
stroll out.
Okay. And where are you gonna head to?
I'm going to head back to the main area of the inn for now.
The cantina area.
Yeah, the canteen area, sorry, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you head back to the canteen area, and we will go back to Brian. Brian, who's
All right.
heading towards TD's shop.
Yes, I should have went there first. But,
You said you were going to go around to the back to
I'm
see
gonna
if
go
there's a
around the
way
back,
in.
see if there's a way in, yes, without being seen from the street.
There is a way in. You can be seen though from the warehouse doors. I mean, it's not a direct facing, but if you kind of look down, you know, you're staying the door here. You look kind of down, you can kind of see the like the edge of the front doors for the warehouse that they're coming
Alright.
in and out of.
I'm going to try and see if there's
So
a way to
you might possibly.
take some cover or be a little stealthy doing it. And I'm going to try and see if the door is unlocked, doing it casually to see if it's, not trying to garner any kind of attention, but kind of standing with my back to it and my hand trying to see if there's a way in. Whichever, I don't know if it's a slide door or a normal door opens back and forth or what.
It's a normal door.
Okay.
Kind of.
Alright.
All right. So do a stealth check with a average difficulty, and add a setback dice to it because you've got Tigi,
That's a
Nevo, and Lilith are all. Huh?
That's a black die.
They're all walking. Mm-hmm.
Setback is a black dice, right?
So
Okay.
2 purple. Right. So 2 purple, 1 black
Okay.
against your stealth.
Okay.
Ooh. Nice. So yes, the door's unlocked and nobody
I was slip
really
right
notices
in
you there.
quietly.
All right. All
Right,
right. So you slip in.
I stand
Okay.
there. Once I close the door, I look around to see. I'll start with like a workbench. I'll go over to that, look around on it, look for any secret places underneath, if I can. Kind of see if I see anything out of the ordinary.
Go ahead and do a perception check
Okay.
with a average difficulty 2. I
Okay.
think that is a regular.
Oh, a threat and a
Oh.
triumph again.
You didn't really do anything. You yelled it out. Your threat is, as you were kind of looking around, you kind of were pulling on one of the drawers to see if or kind of move around. You were looking around, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
feeling around, looking. Yeah. As you did, you got your hands stuck underneath the workbench for a time. So as you pulled it out, you kind of gave yourself 1 strain for your. So I had a strain to your, and then you can narrate triumph.
Okay. All right. So. Once I do get my hand out of there and I pull back, I fall back, suddenly something on the other side drops down that I hadn't noticed before, and something spills out and lands on the floor. So it's like pulling this way, getting, and then all of a sudden something over here goes, oh.
All right.
I don't know what it is, and I'll leave that up to you.
Okay, what spills out is, let's see what. I didn't really have that plan. We will do. What spills out are some extra. We'll do some hidden packages of days pop out of there. Some small packages of days. But you wouldn't know it's days. It looks just like white powder stuff. It looks like some kind of spice, but
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them back in and close it, because why let him think that, someone's been sneaking around in here. So I will then get up. After I do that, I get up and I'm going to look around, see if he has like a safe or anything, or any kind of other cabinets, and kind of go through them. But if there is a safe, I want to go directly with that.
You look around, and he doesn't really have a safe. A lot of the exchanges, a lot of the money that he or in products he gets from BBAC himself. So there's no need for a safe. A lot of the things in the settlement are provided for either services or just straight trade. So there's no real need for a safe. He doesn't really have anything that's anything keeps of value to him. He keeps in his room, and you've already checked that. It's usually just a lot of outlaw tech that he likes to tear apart. So, and otherwise, it's just the normal shop. Shelves full of products. Foods, medicines, some tech stuff.
Do I see any tech that's kind of that would be like a surprise that it's here? Like, what's he doing with that? Something that you might not expect to find here. Like any
other than
that might be imperial, with any kind of imperial markings on it.
No, it's a lot of this stuff is provided, like I said, through BBAC's contacts, so it's legit. I mean, the only thing that wasn't legit you already found. which was that spice.
All right. I'm going to do
So-
one more quick look for secret places, because if
Okay.
there's one, there might be more. And then if not, I'm going to assume that maybe I've hit everything that I can and try and get out of there without being noticed. So any more secret cases?
No, it doesn't. Like I said, the workbench
Okay.
would have been the possible place. Otherwise, you got the little simple counter, the shelves with all the products. It looks pretty legit. I mean, like I said, you found the one illegitimate thing that was in that place.
All right. Then I shall try and stealth my way out of here.
You're gonna go out the back door, or out the front door.
The back door again.
Okay. Same roll. Except, yeah, with the setback also. So it'd be 2 purple, 1 black against your stealth.
Okay, 2 successes and a threat.
All right. Well, you do make it out. And as you come around the corner, or go around the corner so nobody sees you, but as you pass around the corner so nobody can see you, the door shuts and kind of makes a noise.
Oh, okay.
And we'll leave it at that. So what are you going to do next?
I will quickly get out of there. And
And where are you going to head to?
Head back to the cantina.
Okay. And Malik, as Brian's heading back to the cantina, Malik starts to head to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Devlin's sitting there, just enjoying the night, and Tilly's sitting in the cantina. When you hear over the comm link from Beck saying, "All right, they are all starting to head back to their normal routines. Head back to the administration building, and we will cover what you guys have discovered." So
I
you
still
guys
gotta
all
help the guy out with the crate.
still want to do that? I mean,
Oh, I'll head that way. Tillid will head that way.
I'll send out that I'm in the middle of something, and I'll be right there.
Vivek kind of gets on the control or on the comm and goes, "What are you doing?"
I may have found something, but I kind of got caught by a Trandoshan. I'm helping him out.
He gets back on. He goes, "What? Oh, Kissick? He's got it. I need you back here. It'll look too suspicious. Plus, you've got those suspects coming back to the canteen or wherever they're in the warehouse. He'll be fine. I'll send one of them to go help him out."
All right, tell him that I'm sorry I couldn't help out more.
He goes, and Vivek gets back, "No problem. Just get back to this administration. Get back to the admin building."
I immediately turn around and head to the admin building.
Okay. And so you're heading back, Devlin? Are you heading back?
Yep.
Yeah, Devlin,
And Brian's
he'd hear the call and head back.
All right. So, and Dahlia's obviously heading back too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all head back to the admin building. You notice that Bebek's sitting behind the desk that you saw there, and there's tables, and he kind of looks upstairs. Okay. So what did you guys find? Find anything?
I did. Your tinkerer likes to partake in recreational narcotics. I don't know what it is. It didn't look like spice. It looked like something else. but he had it hidden under his workbench.
B-Back kind of looks at you and kind of goes, "Yeah, Tigi's always been kind of suspicious. But did you find anything that would link him to the Imperials?"
No.
All right. And so he makes kind of a couple little notes in his data pad. All right, I'll check it out. I'll have Vital check it out and see what's going on. Where did you find this narcotics?
Oh, under his workbench. There's a look to the left. There's a little secret area he's got hidden.
So he continues punching. He goes, "All right, I'll send her to take a look at it and see what that is. What's going on over there? Anybody else find anything of any use?"
Melik pulls out the data pad. I found this in Lilith's room. It has a lot of information on things like shipments and things like that, which I think might not be strange, but you might want to research it a little more.
Why would the waitress have all of that?
Not the waitress. That's,
It wasn't the waitress.
Oh, not Lilith. Who's Lilith again?
Lilith's just a normal citizen.
Oh, okay.
Like you guys are. You don't really have a job or anything.
Okay.
She's just kind of a citizen.
Okay.
So do you hand a data
Where
pad?
did she have that?
No. Melik?
Yeah, I think he said he was handing it to you, but
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
positive.
I didn't catch that. He takes it and looks at it, and he goes, "You found this in Lilith's room? I don't know why she'd have all this information. She's
She's the
like
one.
you guys, you know." And he kind of looks at his data pad and starts kind of cross-checking, and he goes, "Yes, this looks like we've got our infiltrator right here." And he kind of keeps looking, and he goes, "Oh, this is interesting." And now we come to our tide change. So what is the other piece of information that is on this data pad? We'll start off like we did with the introductions. We'll go Tyler, Sean, Chris, and then Brian for the tide change.
All right.
And
So
you get to come up with, if you're not familiar with the tide changes, you get to come up with something that could change the plot of the story.
okay. All right. So once the data pad is discovered, our boffin friend finds that a group of investigators from the Empire are on their way, who are spies, but are with the Empire, who could potentially threaten the entire village, and eventually cause for its destruction. So.
Okay, so a group of ISB agents are en route to Valley of Life.
Yes. Yes.
Is that what I get from that?
Yes.
All right. All right. So, Sean.
All right, he almost stole mine. The difference is that the ISB agents aren't on their way to the settlement. They're at the settlement. BBEC has found a list of 3 names of ISB spies on the settlement, along with a list of all the Force-sensitive settlement members and the known actual Rebel Alliance members that are here on the settlement.
So let's see, 3 names of the ISB spies. Names Force sensitives. And you said rebellion. And what was the last part?
The actual
Sean?
rebellion members.
Okay. All right. Chris, your tide change.
All right. He found a thing there. Yeah, awesome. No, I was kidding. He found that the Imperials actually found something with the Oasis, so they decided to build a secret base studying the water and the people who live here. So they actually know whether or not some people are force sensitive. And the most shocking thing about the information is a date, which is today, which is when they're gonna come and actually take the force sensitives away. Well, not
Okay,
today,
so
tomorrow. I'm sorry.
the next day. Okay, so repeat that. Let me make sure I got this right.
Wait, I'm sorry.
You fine? Could you repeat that again, Chris? So I make sure I got this right.
Yeah. Secret base. The water. The water is special in some way, and they have the names of the force sensitives, as well as there was a date of when the Imperials are coming to arrive to take the force sensitives away.
That's tomorrow's date.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally Brian.
Okay, well, this kind of goes into what's been said, except the one thing you find out is that Lilith herself is a dark side adept, but she's never been able to. No one's known this because the dark side is always much more, it's sneakier, and you can hide this. And the people that are coming are two Inquisitors, because they're coming to deal directly with the Force users, because they know you can't just send ordinary Imperial soldiers to deal with them.
All right.
And so they won't be dealing with just two, and more than likely they'll be dealing with three because of Lilith. The communication that's there says things.
Okay. All right. So let's see. For Tyler, I got he finds out that the group of ISB agents en route to Valley of Life. Sean's is 3 names of ESB spy or ISB spies, names of Force sensitives and rebellion members. Chris's is a secret base, Oasis special, and names of Force sensitives, and tomorrow's date as the day that they're going to take them away. And then Brian's is Lilith is a dark side adept, and there are 2 Inquisitors en route. Are on the way. Do I have all that correct?
Yes. At least,
Yep.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, we are going to take a 10-minute break, 10 to 15-minute break to bathroom, whatever we need to do, and I will post this up on the Facebook and see what happens next.
Cool.
So
We get to
stay
vote,
tuned,
right?
everybody. We will be back in about.
Yeah. We
Yes,
can
you
vote.
guys will get to vote also. Yep.
Sweet.
So I will post this up here in moments, and go ahead and mics and cameras off, and we will be back in about 10 to 15. See you then.
Excellent. Thanks.
All right, we still got a couple more minutes. Give it a little bit more time. Whew. You guys are making it tough on me tonight. That's good. That's good. We'll just wait for the other players to start slowly making their way back into the game. I hope everybody is enjoying it. Just to let you guys know, this is actually my first game of GMing, so if you notice that there's some rules that might not be followed right away, I apologize in advance. I'm still learning the Force and Destiny system. I've kind of got the Age of Empire and Age of Rebellion systems pretty well down, but Force and Destiny is a whole new beast, so it should be interesting. I do love it, though.
You're doing fine so far.
Oh, thank you. No, you guys are if Brian's wins, oh man, it's really gonna put me to the test because I didn't have any Inquisitors planned yet. So
there are Inquisitors in the Edge book and a whole slew of Force users in the Force and Destiny book.
right. So I may just see what we can do with that. I do like how they got the how to create them. So, but we'll see how it goes.
What's Chris's last name?
Lopez.
Okay. Andre just asked me. He's wanting to tag him and didn't want to use the wrong name.
Oh, it's all right. I noticed he did it at first. I was like, that's all right. It's kind of confusing when you got more than one Chris in here, and if the other Chris had shown up, man, it'd have been really confusing.
Oh, shit,
Chris
yeah.
1, Chris 2, GM Chris.
No, you said this is only the second game you've ever run. I mean, hell, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doing good
yeah.
job.
That first part was pretty well planned out. I had a kind of an idea of how I wanted to lead it into, and you kind of missed that, Sean. But I was kind of like, I kind of want to do it like the traditional Star Wars, where movies where at the beginning you got something that's kind of tied in, but it's kind of not tied in. And that Krayt Dragon was just like, I couldn't resist to put that in there. The mature one was way more powerful.
I had the same thought in session 3 when you guys had the big worm thing coming at you. I was originally thinking of having a Krayt Dragon, but I thought, nah, go with this one. Plus, I had just got done listening to the book Dune on disc on my drive to and from work. So the worm was just like, yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I heard about the worm. I'm like, oh, great. Same worm. I thought we were gonna at that point. So good.
What
You guys are
attack-
having fun.
What attacked you guys in Sean's game? What was it?
Do what?
It was about to attack us. It was on its way to pretty much eat the whole ship at that point, and we just got off the ground in the nick of time. I mean, it was close.
Yeah,
If I remember right.
Yeah, if Ray hadn't have gotten the engines fixed, there'd have been a ship that showed up that would have offered you guys a ride, and just as you were getting on that ship, it would have come up and like bit your ship in half, type of thing. But he got the ship running again just in time, and they took off. So I described it as kind of like a whale breaching the ocean. So it comes shooting up out of the surface of the sand and then just kind of lays down. Kind of like you see, in the movie Dune. All right, I gotta let my dog out, guys. So here in a minute, I'll probably have to get up again.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I love the movie Dune, but I also love the miniseries that
I like the
whoever put that
miniseries
out. I can't remember
more.
who put that out.
That was who was
Yes.
that company. That and I have the music from it that I use as game music on our during our Thursday night game. I always put on some kind of music for whatever we're doing. But I really like that
From
music.
the,
I like that miniseries.
The first
Especially the first
miniseries
one.
or the second one, the children? Because I got the soundtrack for the second one, The Children of Dune. I got that soundtrack.
I have the first one from the first, and then I have my Dune version of the miniseries is like the special edition. That is, it's several discs and it's got a bunch of stuff and everything on it. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that miniseries. It was really good, and I like that. I like the Children of Dune too. I thought it was both. I enjoyed them both. That was good. It was some British company that I know they filmed a lot of it in Prague and stuff like that. But I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, and they really on the Dune miniseries. I didn't read Children of Dune or the Dune Messiah because that's Children of Dune covers both those books. But I read Dune and I watched, and it is pretty much almost exact to what the book was. I mean, they stayed very true to it as opposed to the movie, which was if you've read the book and you kind of go, well, wait, where's this part?
From what I understand, especially like with the still suits, that the still suits in the miniseries were much more like what they should have been instead of those rubber things that they wore in the Dune film from the 80s.
Yeah, the miniseries is much better. I've been trying to find it on disc on forever.
Really? Have you checked eBay?
I always find like the second disc or the third disc, but not the full set.
I've got. I have that. Did you hear? I said I have. There's like a special edition that's like got several discs in it and everything, and stuff that was cut out and things that were put back in. It's good. If it's not there, check Amazon. But I think it's still out and about somewhere. You might be able to find it. But
the couple of places I have found it so far, like I said, they don't have the whole thing. They've got part of it, or when they do have the whole thing, it's just outrageously expensive.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, I know they're going to boost the price up. So, but yeah, it was good.
It is a few years old.
Yeah. It was like, wasn't it like 2000 or 2001 when it first came out? The Dune miniseries. I think so.
Something. Yeah, it was like 2002.
Probably 01 or 02 because it was right after I got out of high school. I know
December.
that.
It first air date December 3rd, 2000 on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel. That's who it was. Because I knew the first miniseries happened when I was married, and I got divorced actually just before I got married because I got married in 2001 and divorced in 2002. So.
Yeah. And Children of Dune was 2003.
Yes, because I caught part of that and didn't get to finish the rest of it, so I ended up buying that one too. So I got both those miniseries, and I haven't watched them in a while, but
neither have I.
Damn, they're good. So we're just waiting on Chris right now.
Can you guys see? Sorry. Can you guys see my my character's name on the bottom there, or is it not pulling up?
No, it's not.
No, it's not pulling up.
No.
I had to shut mine off earlier and redo it. My computer glitched and it lost my lower third. So.
All right. Yeah. It says it's supposed to be showing, but it's not. So I'm gonna see if I can tweak with it here. So.
Yeah, but earlier when I
still give Chris a little more time.
Earlier I had to drop out because my computer glitched. The sound went all funky, and I lost my lower third and everything. So that's why I backed out and dropped and came back in.
I was wondering what I thought at first because I was you guys kind of cut out for a bit. And right after that, your computer glitched, and I thought, oh, great, we're having storm communication problems down here. So I was like,
No, not this time. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta see if my dogs are ready to come in.
All right.
Okay. So it looks like, Brian, yours is pretty handily winning. So
Uh,
I mean, the only ones that are tied are Tyler, Sean's, and Chris's at 1, and the rest were 6 so far. I saw. I'm refreshing it again. Oh yeah, yeah. Brian, yours is clearly won. 7 people voted for it. So, or 6. So outstanding. We're gonna have a battle tonight.
with Inquisitors.
2 Inquisitors and a Force Sensitive Dark Side Adept.
So it's not working, so I'm going to log off and get back, or end the call and start a new one. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. I think we're still waiting for Chris, aren't we? He's still not on yet.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's still not on. So go ahead.
All right, I'll be right back. Let's see here.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, he's in from his midnight break. Shouldn't have any more issues with him. I swear that dog, if I'm up at midnight, he comes out of the bedroom and has to go.
Speaking of Dune, I have this picture that I used years ago when I was playing a Jedi in the not West End's game, the other one, the WotC, and it's from Dune. It's Duncan, Idaho. Can you see it? I thought he looked kind of Jedi-ish. And he even looks like he's got something that looks like a lightsaber or something. That was that scene when he shows up to save Jessica and Paul.
Yeah.
And I always thought, it kind of looks Jedi-ish for the new Jedi Order 20-some years later. And so,
Yeah.
That is fun.
If I ever do a Jedi again, I'll do this one because it just looks kind of dramatic and sort of Jedi-ish. Either he's like throwing something, or doing some kind of thing. There was a lot of good pictures from the Dune miniseries that I ended up using for different things in different places because they had a lot of good art, a lot of good photographs and stuff. And
Yeah, that was a well-made series.
Lay down, Blue. Jeez, holy shit. I just saw the picture in the group of picture that Scott posted of the scratch-built Star Destroyer.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, that's
All
I'm
lit
looking
up
at that right now. That's
Yeah.
cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy.
Chris said he'll be in just a little bit, so he just messaged if you didn't catch it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, it looks like Brian's has won.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Everyone wants to send the
I think that-
Inquisitors to show up.
Oh
I
man.
think that is probably the tide change that has been like the most overwhelmingly picked tide change ever.
Probably pretty close to it.
What about the one going on still right now with your other game? The one with Michael Lachon's game. It's ties 7 and 6 between Mercer and all of them.
Yeah, that one's pretty close, and I know Sean's was still pretty close.
The one with ours with Sean's game. Was that close too, or was that
Nelson's? Actually, right now it looks like it is tied.
Oh, here it is. Oh, well, I see 4. Is it tied?
Ours is
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 for Nelson's, and mine on that one is it 6 on that one too?
Yes. I
Oh,
see
it is.
6.
Oh, okay.
So it is tied, and we got one more day left for that one.
Oh God. Not only does Miss Utah and do what God and if Sean decides to do what we were talking about last night. Not only with all of that, and then we'll have that going on over here, and then we'll have the Hutts pissed off at us when they find the dead's corpse on the ship, and poor what's his name on the ship. I can see the Hutts and their guards dragging him out of the ship by his back of his collar with a gun to him. It's like, stop my bones, please.
Yeah, what would you do, Sean, if
That'll
that
be-
is tied? Are you going to do both
That's
of them?
what I do.
Oh yeah, if it ties, they'll both get spun together.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
I hope so. That would be cool. I mean, if we have to go out, let's go out big. Hopefully we will go out.
Yeah, if it's a tie, it's gonna get all spun together and it'll get hairy.
It'll be
Wow.
free for all.
I've already warned you last night that I planned on it being a hairy session to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it all gets
Combining
tied
those
together,
two. Oh.
it'll get interesting. Mhm. My dog has decided to join us. He is laying here on my foot. And sure, I say something and now he gets up.
Oh, no.
Reminds me of my wife.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris. Damn it, you're holding us up. Let's see. We still got the 2 light side points, don't we?
Probably.
Yeah, we haven't used
Yeah.
any creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Earlier when I had to drop out and all that, it got rid of them on my dice roller, so I don't see them anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't see him either since I logged out.
Two light side, 4 dark side.
Oh, well, I had them briefly until I just turned them. I saw them briefly, and then they went away. But I didn't log out. I was on another screen. I had the other messages on. So that was 2 There was 2 dark side and
2 light side and 4 dark side.
2 lights. 2 lights. And I won't write that down. 2 lights, 4 dark. That was weird. Yeah. And then it said remove destiny for 2 of Terry's roles.
All right. Give them about a couple more minutes, and then.
All right, I'm back. Just give me a second.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
All right. So, what won? I'm guessing Brian's, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Handily.
Overwhelming. Awesome.
Shitty
Yeah.
interesting.
It was kind of hard to decide on something because like, even last time I suggested something, it was like runner-up sort of, but then it didn't go anywhere.
All right. So.
That happens to me a lot with the in-game tide changes, but the tide changes that Andre would post back when he was running a lot of games real heavy. I won like 6 or 7 tide changes in a month.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
All right, so are we ready then?
If you folks are.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's do this. So, where we left off was we get to find out what else was on the data pad. So, as B-Back looks and says, "This is interesting," he notices that Lilith has been in contact with 2 individuals who've been known to B-Back would know this as Inquisitors. He has heard about him through his experience in the rebellion, especially the command that he is under. He's dealt with Force users, both on the your party, and on the dark side for the Empire also. I recognize, and he kind of looks. He goes, "I recognize these guys." He goes, "This is not good." That's all you hear. All you hear him say is, "This is not good."
What's the problem?
There are many things that are not good.
He looks up and goes, "We have a problem." And he kind of looks at you guys, and he goes, "Have you guys? What do you know about the Empire's stance towards the Force, or those that use the Force?"
We are to be obliterated, essentially.
They wish to murder us all.
He kind of shakes his head. He goes, "Indeed." And it appears that our mole is more than she seems. She's been in contact with some very dangerous individuals. And you can kind of see in his face this nervousness. He kind of looks like he's a little scared. And he goes, "Have you guys heard of?" Or he goes, "Do you know what the Empire who they use to eliminate such Force users? Those that don't side with the Empire?"
Would my master have taught me? Probably, right?
Possibly, yes. Yeah, he would have some idea.
As far as I know, they're definitely not stormtroopers.
He kind of goes, "No. They're definitely not stormtroopers. The Emperor has been known to use other Force users to do his dirty work. And from what I've come into from my experiences with the rebellion and what we do, and from the tales I've heard, these individuals use the dark side of the Force." And he kind of looks over at Devlin and goes, "You probably know what I'm talking about."
The dark side of the Force can be quite manipulative. It has a special allure, and if one is not careful when using it, it can... damn it, I just lost the word for it. But it can fully absorb someone into it.
And Bebak just kind of looks down and goes, "I think it's time we need to evacuate the civilians from the settlement."
Agreed.
And he kind of he picks up his communicator and goes, "Vital, could you come into the admin building, please?"
Evacuating could send the message that, well, would obviously send the message that we know they're on their way, and they could just simply fire from orbit. The Empire are a cowardly bunch.
And Bebak kind of sits there and ponders that and goes,
As
"Agreed,
soon
but
as soon as they found out the Reverence had Jedi aboard it, they fired without provocation. They are a murderous cowardice bunch. If we tip our hand, we could make things worse."
Are you suggesting?
He kind of looks down. Nope, go ahead.
Are you suggesting we let them come to us?
Exactly. Leave things as they are and let them come to us. I'm not saying that we can stop them without any casualties, but I'm saying we could be better off by not tipping our hand and leaving things as they are.
We
But
are,
Feedback
it is your
looks back at
settlement.
his- He goes. He kind of looks back. He goes. I understand that tipping our hand would tip them off, and we could lose everybody. What I'm worried about are the civilians, the ones that aren't capable of facing a force like this. You four are definitely more than capable of handling yourselves. You've shown that through the what you've done earlier today. But it's people like Vala and Fisk. They're not warriors. They are just simple people trying to make a living. What do we do about them?
Evacuate those who are not force sensitive. They're going to be looking for the force sensitive ones. Maybe.
Are there any caves or safe houses that this village has?
B.I. Gleason says, we're out in the middle of nowhere. I placed us here first, and so it would be very hard for anyone to find us.
when are they
And
coming?
unfortunately, B.I. kind of looks and says, I'm not sure how long we have. It could be hours, it could be days. There's no real definitive answer that I see on here.
How many vehicles do we have here that we could put them in and get them out quietly?
Feedback looks and says, or kind of looks at Dahlia and says, we have the freighter that we use to ship supplies, and we have my personal yacht that's sitting outside that I use for touring and whatnot, and entertaining guests and clients and whatnot. Both those ships would be adequate.
Then it shall be done then.
We need to someone needs to keep an eye on Lilith. Keep her occupied while we quietly move people out of here.
Well,
Because
since I'm the one that found this keypad, and your Trandoshan friend, I'm sorry, his name was Kisk?
Kisk, yes.
Yes. Since he's seen me, then were she to ask him or anything, that would be evidence enough, so I suppose I've dug my own grave going after her. What I could do, if you will allow me, if you have a sort of workbench that I can work on a certain weapon I have.
Feedback looks and goes, yeah, you could probably use Tiggy's workshop. It's probably more than adequate for what you need. He's got a workbench in his store. He will have to be evacuated also, so it should be no problem using it.
Alright. Then I'll head over there and make my preparations. If any of you need to do anything, well, obviously you don't need my permission.
Very well. And as he says that, Vital walks in, and he looks at her and goes, Vital, I need you to do me a favor. And she looks back at Feedback and goes, yes, Master. Feedback. And he looks back and goes, I need you to keep an eye on Lilith. She's the mole. And she's more dangerous than you could possibly imagine. We're going to try to sneakily evacuate the civilians out of here, and we're going to make our stand here. I need you to distract her so we can get our civilians out of here. Fortunately for us, we only have a small handful, so it should not take too long. If she asks what's going on, just tell her that we'll put the. He kind of sits here and he's thinking for a bit, and he goes, "Put him in my yacht. They will. If she asks about them, tell her that they're just going to go on a joyride. I promised them all a joyride, and let them kind of just, fly around." And Vital goes, "Well, what if she wants to go on this joyride too?" And he kind of looks to all you guys, and
Tell her that I'm looking for her, actually.
That's why
And
someone should possibly be keeping her busy.
I just need a few moments for my preparation, is all. As well, I might need that data pad. Do you have any more use for it?
D-back kind of and kind of pushes it towards Melik.
I pick it up and I say, all right, I'll go and make my preparations. All of you, carry on. And I'm going to head to the workshop.
Okay. All right, so Melik's going to try to distract Lilith, is that correct?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing is I need the workshop. Well, first I wanted privacy because I don't want anybody to know I'm a Jedi. So I was gonna switch out my lightsaber's training. I forgot what it's called. The training laser thing. Switch it for the crate Dragon Pearl.
Okay.
And he has tools in his workshop, right? That would work towards fixing the modification.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. Because I was kind of hoping to what's it called? To modify it so that I'd have either I'd have the vicious increase.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see what I have to do for that again.
Well, while he's looking that up, and we'll say that Melik is gone off to the workshop, he looks at the other three and he goes, "Okay, so what's the plan? What do you guys think we should do once these Inquisitors or these individuals arrive?
Kill them.
Do we?" He kind of looks. He goes, "Do we just out and out come out a straight fight? Do we?" He goes, "I'm not a strategist. I'm just an intelligence officer. So
If
any
there is-
strategies would."
Go ahead.
No. That's fine. Go ahead.
If they're as dangerous as they are, as you say they are, and as the others say they are, and they have to be killed, because they will kill us. It's not. There will be no negotiation.
If they are Imperial, they must die.
I
The
agree.
Empire and all of its cronies must fall.
And be back.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Agreed. All right. Make your preparations.
There we go. Okay.
I will work with getting our civilians out. I will stay behind along with Vital and us four. We'll get the rest of them out of here. And then obviously Lilith also, we're not going to let her slip through our fingers.
Okay.
Be back.
Yes.
Did the information that you gathered say anything about how they were going to arrive? By ship or by foot? By a land speeder?
He shakes his head. It didn't really say how they. Just basically a message that said from Lilith to these individuals saying the time is now. And I I identified these two individuals have already been flagged by rebel intelligence as highly dangerous threats. So I recognize them from previous.
So, would you mind then if I took to the skies with my companion and scout out to give all of you a heads up when I see signs of an intruder per se?
D-back shakes says, "Oh, most definitely we could get any eyes, any advantage we could get."
That is a
Excellent.
good idea.
I'm going to use a destiny point to increase my proficiency. So now I have one yellow, one green, and then I have to do a difficulty of hard mechanics check to place my modification on my lightsaber.
Okay.
All right. Here goes nothing. All right.
Success and an advantage.
And that's minus 100 credits. All right. So now, luckily, it has a vicious 2.
Oh, nice. All right. So,
I'm just gonna head over to Lilith after that.
all right. So,
Some time.
let me get this ready real quick. So, just a second. So, as you are, oh, yeah, go ahead, Sean.
I was gonna say with plans and all that having been discussed, Devlin turns and begins to head out of the room, and then he looks back at Bebek and he says, "When the time comes, you'll know where to find me." And he heads out to his favored spot out in the yard to begin training, practicing with his lightsabers and such.
Okay. So we've got Melik getting ready to meet. He's getting ready to meet with Lilith. Devlin's waiting. Tiliad's flying up in the air, kind of scouting. What's Dahlia doing? Or Dala doing? Sorry.
Bella's going to just wait. She's going to make sure all her weapons are up to snuff. Her cutlass is nice and sharp, and her blasters are loaded, and hopefully she'll be able to do something to, if need be, to these Force users, because she knows, from history of how Jedi are, and if these are the dark side, it's just, they're just going to be really hard to deal with for someone like her, because she doesn't, she's using just basic brawn and her own skills with guns, and they do all kinds of stuff that's, and hopefully she can hold up to them for a little while before they either tear her limb from limb or whatever they'll do.
Right. All right. So you all are sitting there waiting. Okay. So Melik, you walk out of the workshop and you head over to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. Where are you heading? I should ask you, where are you heading?
Well, yeah, I would be heading to the warehouse.
All right. You walk in the warehouse. You look around. All you see is just a bunch of boxes and crates and all that, and really nobody's in there right at this moment. So what do you want to do next?
I'm gonna place the data pad. Actually, no. I'm just gonna go over to Lilith's abode,
Okay.
and
So you're heading to
yeah.
the inn.
yeah.
Okay. So you walk over to the inn, and as you walk in, you notice that shoot, forgot her name right off the bat. Look.
Lilith.
Bella. No,
Oh,
Bella
Bella.
and
Vala.
Bella and Kissick are heading out of the cantina at this moment.
Hmm.
So as you're walking in, they're starting to head out.
Uh-huh. I I turn to them and I say, "Oh, hi, Kisk. I apologize I wasn't able to help you earlier. See, Feedback has called me for that. He said he sent someone to help you, though."
And Kissick kind of sits there and goes, "Oh, no worries. It got taken care of. Where are you heading? Aren't you going to go on the nice flight that Vivek's offering us in the yacht?"
Yes, it's just Feedback sent me to pick up something. Don't worry about me. I'll see you soon.
And Kissick kind of nods and goes, "All right, I guess I'll see you later." And he and Bella start heading out.
All right.
So what's Malik going to do next?
I'm going to put up the hood on my concealed robe and
Okay.
head up to where Lilith lives.
All right. So you head up to where Lilith lives. The door is opened. Are you going to go in?
I knocked on the wall first.
Okay.
Do I
Nothing
hear a
happens.
Okay.
You knock and nothing happens. You don't hear a noise. Nothing. It's just dead quiet.
Can I do a vigilance check just to make sure that I'm not gonna like get snuck up on or something?
Yeah. Normal difficulty.
All right. Well, no, do I get anything? All right. Okay. That's
All right.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nothing. Nobody's in there. Nothing's. I mean, it's empty. It's nobody, and no. I mean, as what it appears, nobody else is left in the tavern or the inn. It's quiet.
I'm gonna drop the data pad in the cabinet again, or the drawer,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna
So
head
you
out. Huh? Yeah,
Okay.
I dropped the data
you
pad.
head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Okay. So where's Malik going next?
Ugh. So there's no one around.
Not in the tavern. And no one is in the tavern. No one's in the warehouse. And as you walk out, you notice that you see Kissick and Bella heading towards the admin building, and kind of around. If you kind of look around the off to the right, you'll see the yacht parked outside on on the little landing area that's designated for it. And they're heading towards that way. You also see Navo standing outside, kind of chit-chatting with Tigi, and just kind of chit-chatting as everybody's getting ready to depart. You don't see Lilith. You don't see Vital. You don't see me back. You see you also see Devlin just kind of sitting by near the oasis, just kind of practicing.
Okay then.
And you see Dahlia kind of sitting outside the admin building, kind of chilling, getting everything ready.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna walk up to. What's it called? I'm gonna walk up to Kisk again and say, "Hey, told you you'd see me again. By the way, would you happen to know um, where Lilith is?"
And Kissick kind of sits there and goes, Ugh. "Yeah, I saw Vital and Lilith heading towards the back of the admin building. And where you're standing, you kind of can't see totally. You can see kind of the corner of it, but there's another corner that's kind of hidden.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way.
Okay. All right. So you walk towards around the building, and you see Vital and Lilith kind of chatting, and as you see them talking, Lilith looks kind of angry and punches Vital right square in the face and knocks her down. What do you do?
I'm gonna help Vital up, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, what seems to be the problem here?"
Lilith kind of looks at you and sneers and goes, "It's none of your business. This is something personal between me and Vital."
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try a charm. try to get her to tell me. I'm gonna put on my best cutesy Zabrak face, and I'm sorry, my best flirty face, and I'm gonna say,
Okay.
"Sure, nothing you'd like to share with me." Let me go ahead and do it.
Difficulty. Let's see. You're using charm against her?
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty of purple.
I'm sorry?
Difficulty of purple against your charm.
Of 1?
Yeah, whatever your charm is, you're trying to charm her, right?
Yeah.
With just a... Yeah.
Okay, so difficulty of 1, you said?
Oh, or is that a force power? Or is that a force power? Or
No, it's just a
using
skill.
just regular charm? Yeah, it's a 4. She's
Oh.
she's very difficult to charm.
Can I use my influence? Or would I know if she's immune or not?
Thinking you could try. We'll see how that plays out if you want to try to use your influence.
No, you know what? I'm gonna try to coerce her into saying it instead, because I have a better skill at that.
Okay, still a difficulty of 4, but you can try to use coercion.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Being a Zabrak, I get a +1 advantage immediately.
Okay.
That's 3 advantage and a failure.
Oh.
Oh boy.
She's not buying it.
What can I use those 3 advantage for? Could I spend the 3 of them to change that to a success or no? or do anything with that?
Yeah, just let's see. I would say no. You could probably use it for boost, or narrate some kind of advantage you'd have over her.
Um,
It's gonna be interesting.
oh boy. All right. I'm gonna use that advantage to I'm gonna use that advantage to boost into a charm. Well, no. Oh man. Into okay. The advantage I have over her is I know something she doesn't know, and I make it very apparent that I'm telling the truth. She can't just, oh, you're bluffing it.
Right.
So I tell her, oh, well, in that case, I was going to tell you about something, but since you're going to act this way, I guess I won't help you with that then.
And Lilith kind of sits there and just with a stern face, and she's kind of like, I think you'll just tell me anyway.
Oh yeah? What makes you think that?
And she kind of roll a no, never mind. She will so she will just kind of shake her head and go, never mind, and she'll start to try to head off. What are you gonna do?
Wait, so you don't want to know what I know?
She kind of turns back around and she goes, I'll find out in due time.
Well, maybe that time is now. And I wink at her.
She kind of just shakes her head and she starts heading towards the oasis to start heading towards the warehouse.
I tell Vital, are you okay?
Vital kind of gets up and kind of adjusts her jaw. She goes, I'm okay. She goes, we gotta do something.
What was that all about?
Very agitated.
Maybe I could use that against her.
She wanted to take off for a bit, and I told her due to some security reasons and it becoming nightfall, I told her no. She couldn't leave. She didn't quite like that and just decked me as you were walking around. So I think she's fixing to leave. I don't know where she's wanting to go or what she's wanting to do, but we gotta stop her.
I'm gonna just
and as you're saying that, well, hold on. As she says that, kind of starts lifting up and flies away.
Wait, what?
The yacht where all the civilians were.
I thought you said Vital
lifts up and flies away. No, it lifts up and flies away.
Oh my god. Okay. So she's heading to the warehouse. So I know she's not on the yacht.
Right. So she's still there.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna follow. I
Okay.
Is Dala and the other guys, are you guys by the yacht, or like where the yacht was, or are you in the yacht? What's going on?
No, I'm over by the administration
Dala,
building, cleaning my weapons.
Dala would have watched the yacht taking off. She was probably the one that was in the best view for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I meet up with you guys, and I tell you that she's heading towards the warehouse. We should
Maybe
probably
that's
corner
another-
her there.
I think that's
Okay,
a
now-
good idea.
now- Now remember, Tiliad is flying around, kind of keeping an eye on things.
Oh,
So
that's right.
Yep, that's where I'm in the skies.
Oh, then I'm
Yeah.
gonna meet up with Delvin, right? That's your name.
Yeah,
Devlin.
Devlin, he's actually already down by the warehouse at a clearing where there's very few people that actually walk by. So that way he wouldn't be in anybody's way while he's out there practicing swinging his lightsaber and all that around. So he'd probably he'd see her headed that way, and then see you guys coming up behind her, and he'd get the picture.
Okay, so I tell Dala, Lilith is heading towards the warehouse. Would you like to come and see if maybe we have to take care of her? So to
Yes.
speak?
I shall assist. So she goes with him.
okay. And as you guys are walking, Tiliad, off in the distance, you see two swoop bikes. Now they're quite a ways away, but from one of your advantages, you could see them. They're kind of, I'd say, about 2 kilometers away. So they're still quite a distance away. But you see two spears heading towards the settlement. What do you do?
Okay. All right, so I'm flying around and I'm looking at them through my macro binoculars that I have, and I do indeed notice them, and I go on my comm link and I say, "Hey crew, I think our friends are arriving. They're on swoop bikes coming this way."
How long till they get here?
What do you think, Chris?
It's going to be
How long?
about. It's going to be, because of the terrain. It's going to be about 10 or 15 minutes at least until they get to the off the mountains and to the very edge, because the valley is small. So once they enter in the valley, they're kind of pretty close. They'll still be in quite a bit of a range from where you guys are heading, but they will be in the valley.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
have to take care of her quick then. No choices.
Yeah, as soon as Devlin hears that, he picks up his pace and tries to beat her to the warehouse.
All right. So Lilith continues to walk. She passes the inn and Tiggy's shop and is within about, I'd say, 100 feet from the warehouse.
Well, we won't be too far behind her, apparently.
No, you guys aren't too far behind her. You have Vital, right, with you, Malik?
No, I told Vital to sit tight. I'll take care of her.
Okay, so you would be probably to the front door of the inn and tavern, and Dala's following you, right, with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you guys are both by the front of the inn. So you're about, let's see, she's about 100 feet. So you're about 300 feet from the front of the warehouse. So you're about 200 feet behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And where Devlin is, you see you were in the clearing, so you'd probably be on that side. So you would be
You said
about,
he was Yeah, trying to beat her to the warehouse.
Right. So he would be about the same distance from the front door, but coming from the side and around.
Okay. Let's see. No, it doesn't work that way. Never mind.
Alright.
Actually, yeah. Would I be able to do use enhance to be able to really pick up pace and get there before her? Make sure I'm inside the warehouse waiting when she walks in.
Let's see.
Cause like the way I was picturing it was like he practices kind of like off to the side of the warehouse a bit. He sees them heading that way, hears what comes over the comm, and he like ducks in one of the side personnel doors rather
Okay.
than like the front.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, there's a door, and you're at that point. Yeah, you could do that. So,
So
all right. So that's the
All right, so that's it. I'm gonna go.
you want me to roll for the force points for using it, or do you want to just grant it, or what?
Let's see.
What force is this? Enhance?
Yeah, to make
Yeah.
an athletics check to like you'd see in some of the video games where they'd be able to like force dash real quick.
Yeah.
I can't think of any where you'd see it in the movies, but
Yeah, let's roll for it. Let's see if you.
okay. All right. So yeah, I'll use the light side point to dash over there real quick and store the dark side one for now.
Okay. So you make it inside the warehouse and patiently waiting. Hopefully. So Lilith is about 50 feet away from the door now. Devlin's waiting inside the warehouse. Hilliard's still flying around, keeping an eye on our two guests. What's Dahlia and Melik doing? Are they still in pursuit?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are now, instead of 200 feet, 150 feet away. And what's Devlin doing while he's waiting?
Kind of pacing back and forth inside the warehouse, making sure he's kind of the whole time like keeping aside to the door that he thinks she's going to come in because she's heading towards the front of the place. So he's like pacing left to right across the building. So every time he turns, he's got a side to the door, not ever his back. And he's got his lightsaber hilt, the big dual hilt out, and he's kind of twirling it around his hand and whatnot, real nervously, real anxious, trying to keep his cool, but not really succeeding.
Okay. And now Lilith has made it to the door, the front door of the warehouse. Dahlia and Melik are at 100 feet from the front door. Our two guests, as Tilly would observe, they are about a kilometer and a half away from the edge of the valley. As Lilith walks in and sees Devlin pacing around with his lightsaber in his hand, she kind of glances down at the lightsaber, kind of looks at Devlin with a kind of half grin, half sneer, and goes, "Guess the secret's out."
And at that,
And
he'd turn at
Devlin.
her and shout
Oh,
Imperial.
and
Roll
now
cool.
we will roll for cool for our everybody but Celia, do you want to get in this fight, or are you going to stay up there keeping an eye out on things?
I'm gonna call in and say, hey, I have a feeling that something's going on. Do you guys need assistance down there?
So either
Devlin would ignore the comm.
I think for the time being, where you are is probably good. We'll call you if we need you.
Excellent. So then I'll just stay in this, guys, and keep updating how close they get. So that's what I'll do.
Yes.
You roll for cool, right?
yes, roll for cool. Just cool.
Wait, oh, my bad. Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay. So let's see. Ooh. So it'll be PC Lilith. If I'm getting this right. And then the 2 PC slots after that. All right. So who wants to go first?
I do. I'm inside with her.
Okay.
So yeah, as soon as she says that, I guess the secret's out, Devlin would he'd spin around and kind of as the narration for rolling the dark side earlier, he's lost his temper and coming face to face with his first Imperial since having lost everyone, and he just shouts Imperial and leaps at her, and when he does, he ignites his lightsaber and swings when he comes at her.
Okay.
So that's what kind of difficulty, sir? I mean, it's engaged, but it's melee, so.
Right. And let's see. How do you determine that again with lightsaber combat? If you
Well,
remember?
engaged
I'm
range.
trying to remember.
Engaged range is usually 1 purple, but melee is usually
1.
2.
2. Okay. Yeah, we go with 2.
Wait, if it's a lightsaber, then that's...
Then what? What was that, Chris?
Was it?
I don't remember how that went, actually.
This is the first time I've had lightsabers actually used. So
Right.
in my game, I'd probably rule it a 1, but this isn't my game.
You know what? Let's go with 1. She's not. Yeah, let's go with 1. Okay, so we'll go with a difficulty 1.
Okay. Wow, out of that I get 2 advantage. Okay, so I let's see, but with a lightsaber that'd be a. Oh, I didn't hit, so that wouldn't be the crit. All right, but I can use 2 advantage to say that I hit with the second side. So like the first attack, my first swipe misses, but I catch her with sort of a backhanded under swipe.
Okay.
So like he'd leap at her and he'd put the thing into a spin from top right down to his bottom left. That would miss. And as the blade spins around, he would bring it back around to from left to right, keeping it low around the legs.
Okay.
So the second one would hit,
So,
and that's 6 damage, which ignores soak.
6 damage. Right. Okay. So, all right. So Lilith's turn now. So as you aim for her legs on that second swipe, right?
Yeah, I was aiming for the
Later.
legs with the second swipe.
Okay. So Lilith, with her, after you hit her, she kind of spins around, and as she spins, she grabs her saber and ignites it to spin around to hit Devlin. So let's see your lightsaber. Ooh. With a difficulty of 1 also. She's just got a basic lightsaber, so no double-sided. A success and an advantage. So she does a crit, because it's a crit of 2. So she will damage you for 6.
Okay. I've got parry, so I'm going to take 3 strain to reduce the damage by 3.
Okay, so 3, and she will, with her advantage, she will save that for the next round, if there is one, for a boost dice. And that's what I'm going to do. Alright. Next one, it's either going to be Dahlia or Melik. What are you going to do?
How close are we to the building?
You guys are now, let's see, she made it in. So you guys are about 100 feet. So I would say you're at, in the building now, so you'd be a little bit, alright, you'd be at long range right now.
Do we hear the whooshing of lightsabers?
Yeah, you're kind of hear.
I motion for Dala to stay at a distance, and I tell her to stay at a distance.
Okay.
I can shoot from a distance, so that's fine.
Yep.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, I'm letting you go first.
Okay. So I shall shoot her.
Do it.
Okay, and your weapon?
Is my heavy blaster, the one that I
Okay.
used on the blizzard.
And the range on that is?
That is range short. So
Okay.
how far am I? I mean, I'm just
You're at long range right now.
Okay.
So you'd have to.
Could I move to medium,
to
but
get in a
still
short-
be at a safe distance, still be safe enough to be where he said stay back? Could I get
Yeah, at
behind
medium range,
something? Is there something that I could get over so I'm not completely, exposed, but I can maybe fire around something and be,
you can get to along the wall of the Tavern and Inn. The outer wall of the front kind of faces, or it kind of goes like this, and then you got the door right here. I'm going to do it like this. So, like the wall goes this way, and then the door's right here. So, like the wall kind of lines up to the middle of the door. So you can kind of get some cover.
All right.
Right up against the wall, though.
It can be at medium.
Okay. Yeah. And it'd be a
Difficulty
you're
or
you're medium, right? You're at difficulty of 3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it in a black die because you don't have the door's not huge, so you don't have the best view of her. So 3 purple with a disadvantage, a black die.
Okay. Ooh.
You're the one that's rolling
Right.
all the triumphs tonight.
This is rare.
Okay,
You would have
so
been
you-
surprised. The last thing Andre ran, I was dropping my gun. I was getting. Oh, it was pathetic. Andre's
So
laughing. hear him.
Now you're shooting other people.
Damage again?
10 miles away.
Uh,
Your damage again?
Damage on that is 7. And it also has a vicious of 1
Okay.
and a linked or whatever
Okay.
the links thing means. So, what?
Right, so that's what it is.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, that's if you hit critical, right? That you add a second
Yeah.
on that vicious,
Okay.
if I remember right. Okay, so,
Alright.
alright. So, alright. It is now Melik's turn.
Okay.
All right. So I'm long range, right?
Oh, do I do anything with my triumph? Or does it matter?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. What do you want to do for your triumph?
All right. So when I hit her in the hand and I knock her lightsaber out of her hand.
Nice.
So she's
Alright.
about to come down
So
on.
you hit.
and it goes out of her hand, and I give her a ha ha from behind the thing.
Alright. So, Melik, you are at long range, by the way. I did hear your question. So,
If I were to go into engaged, how much strain would I have to basically put myself through if I would want to do that? I'll even use a destiny point if you need me to.
I don't. No, I can't. I couldn't do it with the destiny point. You could get one strain to get you from long to short, and get you closer just in case, so you'll be ready. But that's about the best I could do.
Alright, so long to short. And that's 2 strain, you said?
Right.
Alright.
One strain. Right?
one strain?
Yeah, one strain.
I
Yeah.
think it was 2. Oh, okay.
Oh, is it 2? Okay.
I did 2
we'll
for
go-
the first time I did that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then we'll. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. So yes, 2 strain then. So.
And I technically still have my action.
Right. So what do you want to do?
I'm so useless. I'm going to try to cast an influence on her. Just to cause some strain on her, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see. Another dark point. Okay. Alright, I'll take this last conflict. And I'll try to cast a strain on her. I keep saying cast. I'll try to put a strain on her.
Okay. So she takes 1 point of strain, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And now we're back up to the top of the order. So who wants to go next on the PC?
Devlin has been doing stuff.
Right.
He's the closest, so I passed my priority to him, and then Brian if he passes.
Okay.
All right, so seeing the blaster bolt hit her in the hand and the saber hit the ground, and then she kind of stutters for a second as he's attempting to influence her. Devlin would go in and attempt to go in for the kill, and he'd attack, and then after he attacks, he'll kind of do a backflip to get away.
Okay.
So. Alright, so both blades hit. That's how I'm going to use the advantages. So that's a total of 12 damage.
12 damage.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
And ignores.
And
soaks.
ignore soak. So,
Alright. She's looking pretty haggard. When
Wait,
you
12
when you
damage
swipe-
on your lightsaber?
each blade does 6. So I got the succeed, which
Oh,
one
that's
blade, the double advantage.
right.
Oh yeah, I
and,
know. Link.
It has the,
Alright.
the Maul 9000 lightsaber.
So now you said you just swiped. Where'd you swipe at her at with your?
This time it's kind of he takes the thing and he kind of sends it into, like you see the guys in the karate movies spinning the staff and all that. He's just he stands there spinning it and steps forward and puts a nice long gash down each arm, nearly severing through the arms, but not quite completely, and then does a backflip to get about maybe 5 to 10 feet in between him and her.
Okay. All right. So it's now Lilith's turn, and she's in bad shape. All right. So she's going to go pick up her lightsaber and go to attack possibly one last time for Devlin. So 4 with the difficulty of 1. And I'm going to give her... Yeah, no, let's just do that. She's in pretty bad shape. Oh!
Oh.
Oh, no.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to use parry again. It's not going to help much, but...
Alright, so let's see, what is it? Her lightsaber is 6, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
6 plus 6, 12.
Wow.
Alright, well, I used parry to reduce it by 3 and gain another 3 strain myself. So that would take it down to 9. Plus, then you've still got the triumph. So.
Right. So she gets her lightsaber, ignites it, and the best she can twirls around, happens to get a hit, aims for your side, and as she does that, she you block it somewhat, but her blade still slides down and cuts a nice big gash in the side of you.
Ouch.
Okay.
So you're hurting a little bit.
Yeah, so she slices, like he attempts to parry and get one of his blades in the way and just about gets there, but she's like just the tip of it hits her blade and she's able to swing past him, and it's probably just enough to keep her from like completely slicing him in half.
Right.
He's severely wounded, and it even drops him to a knee type of thing.
All right.
Jeez. All right.
I'm down to 3 wounds left.
Oh no.
Well then, I guess I'm gonna step in, ignite my lightsaber, and I walk up. Okay, so I see that she gashes him. I immediately pull out my lightsaber, twirl it about, light it, and then go for a double hit. Hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a success, and I'm going to use 2 advantage for the linked.
Alright. So, how do you want to do this?
Alright, so, as I said, I go in for a double hit, but the thing is, I feel a little bit twirly, and I decide to basically tornado and lop her head off.
Nice.
Oh, good.
And as you do that, her head goes rolling, and her body slumps over as the lightsaber falls out of her hand and shuts off. And Lilith is no more.
Can I try to quickly hide my lightsaber?
Get that off the ground so that when those other 2 show up, they don't try and take it.
Can I try to quickly hide my lightsaber?
Oh, you can. Those 2 guys are still coming.
Yeah.
The jig's already up. So.
Okay, I'll grab the fallen lightsaber for the time being just to get it, so they don't get it. And give
yeah,
it
I'll just pick that up and hand it to Dala.
I'll put it in a pocket.
Okay.
You might not want to keep it there, I suggest.
No. find somewhere to throw it or get rid of it.
No, you have no business with it to begin with. Give
I
it to
know.
me.
I hear. It's take it. Like it's better that the Jedi.
Until
hold it.
as this is
I
all
didn't
going
want to
on,
leave it on
this
the
battle
floor.
went on. As this battle went on, you notice that they have gotten within a half a kilometer through this whole battle of the valley. So you may want to.
I'm going to go over to Devlin and help him up, and we need to help. We need to fix this wound before they get here. So, does anyone here have any kind of medical training, or is there someone here?
I have
I've got
emergency
stim
med pack.
packs, but as I say, I got a couple of stim packs, but I don't think that's gonna fix being just about cut in half.
Is there a medical? Is there some kind of? There must be some kind of medical thing here on the in this place.
Yeah, it's the infirmary is part of the admin building.
Okay.
There is the door you guys come in on one side, but where Melek met up with Lilith and Vital. There's a door there that goes into the infirmary.
What are the chances that there be a medical droid there?
Good. There's a medical droid there.
Let's get him there now. Let's go. We'll deal with this. No, we're gonna. That's what. She's not even waiting. She's helping him up and puzzling him along. It probably hurts.
Okay.
Just come. She's
All right. So, is Melek helping, or is he preparing?
I'm helping.
Okay.
And Devlin's
So
limping along between the two of them the best he can.
Okay. All right. And Telyid, what are you doing at this moment? You can see them now coming out of the warehouse as you're kind of glancing over, keeping distance. You see them. You see Dahlia and Melek with Devlin in between them, not really walking on his own power. What do you do?
First, I'd say, is what's her name taken care of finally?
Yes, she is dead. Is there some way that you can keep them from, delay them, swoop down on them, have your creature do something to them? Anything that can keep them from getting there, where we take care of Devlin.
How much time do you need?
How much can you give me?
I can give you about 7 minutes.
Hopefully that will be enough.
That's oddly specific.
I just need some biofoam and some stems.
We should get you that.
How about
Patch
some
me up enough
emergency
to
med
keep
pack?
going.
If it's any help, I have a veterinarian pack here that helps with surgeries for beasts, but I'm sure if you need it, it could be helpful for a human.
We will go to the.
I'm no damn bantha.
We'll get him to the infirmary and to the medical droid. That would be the best.
Fair enough.
Probably the quickest.
Okay.
All right. So, rushing him over there. Probably he's in pain from it. We need to get him fixed up before they get here. They do not need to. He does not need to face them in this condition.
All right. So, Telyid, what are you gonna do?
All right. So, have they noticed me at all?
Not really. They're focused on getting to the settlement, so they haven't really been too focused. They're trying to get to their objective.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do is, I'm assuming I want to get to the height where if they look up, they could tell that it's just a bird or something like that. So
Okay.
fly towards them, but high enough where it's in disguise and it can be ignored, and then get far enough away and swoop down. And there is an ability that most beasts can do, which is called push, which is basically like a a trample or a tackle-like ability, where he'll come down with his claws and try and swoop down and push or hinder one of the swoop bikes that one of them is on, hindering their potential for getting there faster.
Okay. So difficulty of 3 with a setback because they are
Okay.
moving fast.
All right. Would
So
that
that's
be
3 purple, 1 blue.
would that be a
One
survival
black. Sorry.
check? Okay. Would that be
Mm,
because I'm riding it and kind of piloting it in a sense? So, or would that be a different skill?
I'd say that's coordination again.
Coordination again?
yeah, that sounds good. I was trying to think of what it would be. Yes, coordination.
Okay. You
Piloting
said
seems more mechanical.
3 with the setback?
Yeah, 3 purple with a setback.
Boom.
All right.
Uh,
So it's
Not bad.
you're successful. You slow them down, but now they are quite aware that you are there. They catch a glimpse of you on. It doesn't just look like a bird now. They know that somebody is, or a creature. They know that somebody's riding it and trying to stop them. But you do slow them down, and you slow them down enough that they have time to fix them up.
Excellent. Excellent. Because Mike Tillid understands that if one of them could do that much damage to a Jedi, then 2 of them could probably destroy me. So Tillid doesn't want to necessarily engage with them by himself, but distract them. So
Okay. And so we'll go back. So you guys have made it into the infirmary. They've slowed down their pace, but they will be at the front door of the administration building in about 15 minutes.
all right. Droid, come here. Fix his wounds.
All right. So
Now.
the droid goes, heads over to Devlin and starts working on him. So let's see. Stimpak's what? On the healing?
Stimpack returns 4 wounds per Stimpack.
Okay.
I think it's
And
a minus for every one you use, right?
Do what?
I think it gives you a minus for every one you use. So the first one's 4, the next one's 3, etc.
Okay.
right, that's right. So how many did you want to use? Or how many did you want to use on them?
Well, it would take, let's see if it's that. Let's see, it would be 4, 7. 2 of them would bring me back up to 10.
Okay.
Plus, then if you use like biofoam or something, I think the biofoam repairs wounds as well, along with whatever.
Right.
But
Let's see. Biofoam. All right. Let's see. For narrative purposes, and I know it's starting to get late, so we will say you still have. Dude, what's your wound threshold, Sean?
15.
15. Okay. Well, we'll put you with the stims and the biofoam. We will put you at 12.
Okay.
So you're not fully healed because you didn't have enough time to do that, but it's enough to keep
Yeah, it's
in the
enough
safe
to-
zone.
Yeah, enough to patch me back up and get me standing on my own power again.
Okay. And as you get fixed up, and you're getting ready to come out, the two Inquisitors pull up to the front of the building, and we are going to stop the game right there because we've reached the 4-hour mark. So next session, we get to start right in with the Inquisitors and see what
Oh, man.
happens.
That was crazy.
So did you guys have fun?
Oh, I had a blast.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. So we will be doing this again in about a month or so. We will have the second episode, and we will find out if these guys are Inquisitors. I hope everybody enjoyed watching this first episode of the Be Back trilogy. We will see you again next time.
Good night.